Hey there mamas, this is Lee with Creative Two-Time Mom, and I'm going to do an updated what's in our swim bag video. And actually now that I have 3 kids, it's more like our swim bag arsenal, our let's go to the pool, let's go to the lake. If you haven't been watching for very long, we actually live in an area of California where it gets to be 110, 115 on a regular basis. So we are constantly either at the Y swimming pool or at the lake, or our town has a water park that we like to go to. So we have tried to really dial in exactly what we need. And so I'm going to let you see what we take with us. So the first thing we have is our swim bag, which is actually just a mesh bag that I got at like a foster care event at one time or another, and it's mostly the main compartment, but there is also a little pocket here on the side, which is great for keys or my ID tag for the gym, or sometimes a little bit extra cash if we're gonna be stopping somewhere. I love this pocket because then everything doesn't get lost in the main pocket. I love that this is just a mesh bag because it's really good for airing out swimming suits or swim toys or whatever. Everything can just get thrown in here. So on the inside, I have my bathing suit. Oops, everything's gonna come flying out. My little guy's swim trunks, my other son's swim trunks, and my daughter's swimsuit is actually in the wash. Then we have about 3 or 4 pairs of swim goggles, because every kid needs a pair of swim goggles, right? A bunch of diving sticks, a bunch of these little squishy pool balls, and 2 different kinds of sunscreen. So apparently my memory card was full, but back to the swim bag. Okay, so we have 2 different kinds of lotion. I prefer just the regular lotion sunscreen, but I also have a spray because I put my daughter's hair in either ponytails or braids with a part down the middle, and this is just the best way that I've found to cover that because she burns really easily. I use Neutrogena Wet Skin Kids, and it works really well. I wish I could get away from the spray sunscreen, but that's the best that works for that. Other than that, I said we have pool toys. I keep an extra swim diaper in here and extra wipes just in case there's an accident. I prefer the little swim trunks with the washable swim diaper in them, but I had a hard time finding them now that he's in a 2T. They were really few and far between this year, so we have disposables. So that's what's in the swim bag as far as just swimming stuff. We also have to take with us, of course, 4 beach towels, plus I have one of these insulated bags from the Disney store. My mom got these a couple years ago and I love it. It just has one big compartment again, but it's insulated, which is fantastic because I have one of these Contigo water bottles and it fits in there just perfectly. I throw all the kids' water bottles in here when we go to the lake or the pool, plus I can usually get 3 water bottles, 3 of the hard plastic sandwich containers in here, plus we'll take apples or any kind of fresh fruit, nuts, cranberries, dried apples, carrots. That all goes in here, and this is our lunch for the day. There's also one other smaller pocket in here, which again is great for keys, a little bit of cash, anything, a smaller wallet, and just one heavy duty zipper, and you're good to go. The last 2 things that I have to show you. Now that my little guy is a little bit older, he is moving on to a life jacket. We got ours at Costco a couple of years ago. This belonged to my oldest, and with as much swimming and going to the lake as we do, it hardly shows anywhere at all. They're for pounds, 30 to 50 pounds, and he used it a ton when he was growing up, and now he's just outgrown it. Probably about 2 years ago, when he was 6, he was finally strong enough to not need it all the time, and now it's being passed on to my 2-year-old, and it's great. It's just got one really heavy duty zipper and a couple of buckles, and it's got the buckle strap between the legs, and it shrinks right down to my 2-year-old size. The last thing is one of these swim floaties, which we don't actually use anymore, but I had to show this to you. I again have had this since my oldest was a baby, and it's covered in cobwebs because it was in the garage. But we were using this clear up until last summer, so we got a good 7 summers use out of it. It has a little spot where they can sit in the middle. This ring blows up as well as this ring, and it has the I don't know what they're called, the wires, so it folds up like a sun visor in a car. So it's got 2 different compartments that you blow up, and it floats so well in the water. Plus your kids get used to actually being in the water and not having to have contact with you all the time, so you're not holding them all the time, so they get that feeling of independence because they can float around. Even in our Y pool, if there was just a few of us in the pool, I would let him kind of float on his own and go on his own. And at the lake, he does quite a bit too. So plus with this mesh, the water comes through, and it's just like they get that feeling of being in the water and kind of having that independence and comfort level with being in the water, which is really great for when they start swimming. So that is our supply of craziness that we take to the pool with us. I also always grab my sunglasses and try to think if there's anything else. So, but that's all. With 3 kids between 8 and 2, it's a lot. But the older 2 are really helpful, and they help us get there. And yeah, we've kind of dialed down our system of what we pack. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you keep in your swimming pool bag, or what you take to the lake with you. And I will talk to you later, mamas. Bye bye.